Welcome students, I am Vinita Prasad. I am here with the video lecture on the poem A Photograph written by Shirley Toulson. The cardboard shows me how it was when the two girl cousins went paddling, each one holding one of my mother's hands, and she, the big girl, some 12 years or so. The poetess is looking at an old photograph pasted on a cardboard. It is a picture of her mother with her two girl cousins who went for paddling on a beach. The photograph has three girls, which shows the cousins on either side of the mother holding her hands. The mother is the eldest of the three, about 12 years. The cardboard shows me how it was. Now, what is this cardboard? The cardboard here refers to the photograph of the sea holiday of poet's mother with her girl cousins. How it was means how they had posed for the photograph, how they had dressed and had enjoyed the holiday. The two girls here are the cousins of the poet's mother. Each one holding one of my mother's hands means the poet's mother was in the middle and her cousins were either of her side in the photograph. Now the second stanza. All three stood still to smile through their hair at the uncle with the camera, a sweet face, my mother's, that was before I was born, and the sea, which appears to have changed less, washed their terribly transient feet. The three girls, poet's mother, along with her cousins, stood still, smiling through their hair to pose for the photograph clicked by their uncle. The poet remarks that her mother had a sweet face then. It was before the narrator was born. With the passage of time, the sea that washed their feet did not change, but the girls went through transition. The narrator describes the feet of the girls as transient, making a reference to the ever-changing nature of humans. Through this expression, the poet seems to highlight the eternal and unchanging nature of nature. The immortality of the sea and the mortality of humans have been contrasted. Now, the figure of speech that is being used in the poem, in this stanza, alliteration. The first poetic device we find here is alliteration. Example is stood still to smile, and the second example is terribly transient feet. Alliteration is the repetition of the consonant sound. So, here in the first example we see letter S has been repeated. In the second example, terribly transient feet, letter T has been repeated. The second poetic device that has been used in this stanza is transferred epithet. Example is terribly transient feet. Now, what is transferred epithet? It is also known as hyperlazy. An epithet is a word or phrase which describes the main quality of someone or something. A transferred epithet is when an adjective usually used to describe one thing is transferred to another. It is the use of an adjective normally used for other noun. So, in the phrase terribly transient feet, the feet is used to describe the human beings. The feet is used to describe the whole human beings, not only their feet. So, the adjective transient that has to be used for human beings is used for the feet. So, it is a transferred epithet. Transient means short living. This phrase terribly transient feet means the human beings had to die one day. They are impermanent, they are temporary. Thank you, students. In the second video, you will find the explanation of the other two stanzas.